In addition to the teacher manual, there is a student book. There is the student workbook. And as you saw in the teacher manual, there was an icon that was referring to the student workbook. So let's look at the student workbook. The student workbook will be printed for the student to write their name. And then you have the table of contents that they are referring to the students' to the different sections. And the students have the same resources that the teachers have in their own manual. But remember, you follow the link to go to the folder to print the resources out. So in the student book, they see exactly the same strategies that the teacher has. Also, they have access to the syllable types with a little explanation next that says, open, no, the gate is open, so the vowel says its name. So something for them to remember, easier, faster, easy access for them to remember the type of syllable. Then they have a list of the vowels, consonants, and then they have a list of the prefixes, a list of the suffixes, exactly the same resources that the teachers will have. Common roots, and then the sections match exactly the sections that the teacher's instructional manual has. So why do I learn syllable types? So there is a little explanation that helps the students see that there is value in what we're learning, because they will help you both in reading and in spelling, reading sentences, reading chapter books, writing on your own. And then the focus of the first lesson in preparatory are these three types. So these three types are available for the students to review. Now, as the teacher is working, they will first the teacher will work on a set of words, and then the students will have the same set of words. So these are the first set of 5. Remember, they will not do the second set of 5, but only if they do not perform as expected in the progress monitor. And the teacher will be reteaching lessons for, again, the next week. So they're not working on the second set of 5. When they work on independent reading application, they have the first set of 5 where they will be working on their own now to read these words and identify the type of syllable. They will spell words, and then they need to remember, say the word, break it in syllables, spell each syllable, reread, check your spelling, be flexible. So they will spell the words in the blue box, and then they will write sentences with dictation in the purple box. And again, first set, first sentence, second sentence. Finally, they will read the book and they will answer questions. So this is the structure that it's for in the student book, and it is for all the lessons that follow. Remember, when you see this icon, it means check your work, because the goal is for the students, of course, to repeat in the collaborative or in the spelling or in the reading of the words independently, but it is also important for them to get into that habit of self-monitoring, self-checking the application of the strategy, because the strategy is the one that helps them be successful. So this is the student book. And now I want to also open the teacher manual, because the two should talk to each other, right? They need to communicate with one another. So I wanted to point out to you that inside the teacher manual, you see at some point where they are working on the reading, there will be an icon here that says workbook page 94. So when they're working, for instance, and I open this for as an example, in the reading words collaborative practice, in this lesson which is on prefixes, suffixes, if I open the student book and I go to page 94, I should see these words that the teacher will be working on, dissimilar, misadventure, unpaid, unglue, unmask, because this is the collaborative practice that they're working on. So I will go to page 94. This is for all the pages, but since I randomly opened 94, I would like to show you that this is matching. 86, 92, 93, 94. So I am in the dissimilar, misadventure, unpaid, unglue, unmask. Dissimilar, misadventure, unpaid, unglue, unmask. In other words, the words that are in the teacher manual, they will be matching the student's manual, but then we have provided you with a page so you can guide the students to move into the workbook on page 94. And when you're working on these activities, we have this icon that tells you that the students need their workbook for this section. So you know to tell the students to look in their workbook and also to tell them what page to look for. And the pages for the students are at the very bottom of their book. So this is the structure of the student book, and that is how the student book and the teacher manual, they communicate with one another for efficient and effective instruction. So I hope you will enjoy the instruction that you will provide to your students, working with both your manual and, of course, providing the students with their own textbook or workbook.